Welcome back yet again. This is episode 3 to the 4-part mini series on learning how to farm, an introduction to Farming Simulator 22. I am Doc Mook, a member of Hollow Point Gaming, and we are partnered with Giants Software, and we're wanting to bring you guys this video. I'm a noob, but some of our members are very good at this game, one of which is our in-house guru, Billy, that you are hearing in the VC with me, and he knows exactly what we need to do and why we're doing what we need to do. So he's helping us out. If you haven't checked out episodes 1 and 2, I highly recommend that you go check those out so that you can understand how we got to this point where we have this property with this equipment and these 3 fields in the state that they are in, ready for preparation for planting. So if you're enjoying this series, be sure to smash the like. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you're liking about it, or if you're having fun. We go back and forth. The banter is there, and we've got a lot of content that's going to be coming from this game and Giant Software and what we're doing. And it's just, let's just get back to farming. How about that? Which I'm sure, I'm sure I will be testing this out for science. I want to be able to make sure I can get the right angle on this. Alright, let's hop out of that. Hop back in this. You know what? I could have kept those and done the bags first.
It's alright. That's how you learn. And did you take the straps off?
Not yet. Alright, so strap. I might be able to do this around that bag, I'm hoping. Alright, so up.
So I guess we better say that Farm Sim is not affiliated with Chevrolet at all.
Oh no.
They're not licensed by Farm Sim, but that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, we're just calling it a Chevy Love, but it is not a Chevy licensed
True Chevy
vehicle.
Love.
Alright, so now this is going to be the real test. Watching me stand this bag up.
You can do it.
Alright, so we drop that back off. We don't clip our trailer. Our mulcher. That's what that is, right? Yeah, that's the mulcher.
That's the roller.
Oh, that's the roller. Yeah, the mulcher.
Remember, the mulcher stands up.
Yep.
And the roller folds up.
Oh, let me get where I can see what I'm doing. So I'm doing that manually. You left click your mouse. So left clicking the mouse gives you control of your loader, and up and back and forth is going up and down. Left and right is operating my tilt. So because I have operated a piece of equipment with the different handles that do different things, it's a different learning for me on which way does what. Because I have used lulls and stuff like that. So, alright, let's get the one that's standing up first. Oh.
For me, I'd have to zoom in more. Look at that, like a champ.
Alright, that's the one that's standing up. That's the easy one.
Oh, you got this. You got it.
I don't want my seeds to get wet.
Nope. That's a lot of money because they will sprout in the bag.
Oh, wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. If they get wet, they will sprout in the bag.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, not in the game, but in real life.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
yeah. No, not
damn,
in the game. No,
they
not in the
got
game.
real, real with it.
Realistic. No, not in the game, but in real life, if you leave them sitting out and it rains, they will sprout in the
Oh
bag.
yeah, definitely. All right, so
That would be cool if they added that. Where you have to put certain things like that up, or it would like go bad.
Oh,
That's
I
a
can't
that's a
see
great
that like
idea.
that.
Talk about realistic at that point.
Oh yeah. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that I am under without slamming into my trailer. Where's that fork? Oh,
Yeah, at least it's up a little bit better.
yep.
See, I knowed you could do it. I had faith. I knowed you could do it.
Like a boss.
Yeah.
You know what I did though?
What?
Put it on the
Put it on the
hard
wrong
fork.
fork?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, we can adjust it once we get it out of there. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I hate to handle it twice, but still.
So fortunately, I cannot puncture my bag with my forks, but in the real world situation, I'd have to be super careful with that left fork because I could puncture that other bag, and that would be no good.
Well, there's no telling sitting there, but in seed and fertilizer, how much money you've got tied up. You know it? And then
I
big
think they're
old
like
bag.
$800 a bag, so like $1,600.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, I think I paid either 800 or 890. All right, so we got everything over here. Now we have to figure out what our fields are and how we're going to approach either utilizing what's already there or if we're just turning them over and starting from scratch. So we can drop that. Actually, we might as well keep that attached.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
that's
for
what
now. And then we will change to this and drop both. Alright, so let's see what we're working with here. Alright, so this is one of our fields, and this field is wheat. And it's got medium weeds, it needs lime, it needs plowing, it's a 53% yield bonus, and it is ready to harvest. So, I mean, we'll ask the expert about that.
We could lease a combine and get, let's see, what's this? Soybean?
This is soybean. It's growing, so it's not ready to harvest yet. But that's the other thing.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into this real quick. So we still have probably the calendar. So we go here, and we do have seasonal going. So soybeans aren't going to be ready to harvest if we use a calendar, a seasonal growing. We're not ready to harvest this for a month and a half.
Yeah.
We're in mid-August right now. It won't be ready to harvest until October. We saw what we have wheat. It's in harvest season right now. So we're almost out of season to harvest that. So as a new player that's trying to get into the game, is this good to use? or to get started should you not worry about seasonal harvesting? And then you can add that in later. What do you suggest to a new player?
I think until you can get the feel for the game and how things work, I would probably add the seasonal later. Because right now you're just mainly worried about, getting your equipment, getting everything, and we can always add to. That's the thing, because if you look the way he's scrolling and going down all these different things he can turn on and off. We can turn lime on. We can if we want to make it more challenging, we can always. That's the good thing that Giants did with this game that is great is you can go at any time. You don't have to go out of the game. You don't have to go back to the main menu. You can physically, while playing the game, change how you want to play it. So that's a great thing they've done as a developer. So you could go at any time. Okay, so this is getting a little stagnant. I need to make it a little harder because I've learned all these things along the way. So now let's turn on liming. So every time you go to plant the field, or every 2-3 fields times you plant it, you have to then lime it. Or let's turn the weeds on. So we have to buy another piece of equipment to get rid of the weeds while it's growing.
Field
So that was something that's something they did that I really, really, really enjoy, because I can not do it, but then I think, okay, now it's ready to go to the next level of difficulty, so I can turn it on without having to go back and re-download this or have to switch it around. So for me personally, and it depends on the person. Me personally, I like to do it without the seasons versus, and then I add the seasons later to make more difficulty. Because when you add the seasons, you can only plant when it tells you to plant, like real life. You can only harvest it when it says it's harvest time. So to me, that's another added difficulty that you could later put into the game. But starting out, I would say, let's just do it, get the feel for it, especially if you've never played it. Get the feel of what our routine's going to be every time we harvest, or every time we get ready to roll that field and prep that field for the next one.
So to touch on that, seasonal growth, I turned it back on, and that brings the calendar tab back up.
Right.
So you click on that, it shows us we are in roughly mid-August. So right now we know, for example, the 2 fields that we've looked at, we said we have soybeans. No, we have, what did we say we have? We have wheat.
We have soybeans and we have wheat.
And soybeans. So right now we are down here, planting season is green, harvest season is orange, yellow, orange. So right now with that wheat field it needs all kinds of work. It's got weeds, it needs lime, it's got all kinds of work that it needs done. But we're halfway, we're 3/4 of the way through harvest, and then we'll be coming right up on planting season. And then soybeans, we are a month and a half away from that being full grown and ready to harvest. And then we don't even know what our other field is. What's that other field over there?
I think it's corn, but I'm not 100% sure. Looks like it's got stalks.
So this is our other field that we own. This is oats. Okay, so we have oats in this field. So oats are 3/4 of the way through harvest. So I'm already at crunch time for harvesting 2 fields, and one of them needs a lot of work. What do the oats look like? The oats they got medium weeds, and it needs plowing, and they are only at a 23% yield bonus with no fertilizer. So the previous farmer basically didn't take care of any of these 3 fields. That's just, we're going to just put it out there, whatever his name was. So to save our guy the trouble and just learning the game, we're turning seasonal off. Days per month is now on 4 days. We turn crop destruction. So this means if you accidentally run your mower into a neighboring field, you're going to chop up the crops that are in there. Or if what if you drive your tractor over a different field? Can you damage them that
It will
way?
crush it. It'll crush it. Yeah.
Okay, so to not hurt your yield and destroy your crops until you get the feel of turning and 3-point, 17-point turning, whatever it takes you to get turned around, if you watch me do a field here in a minute, I'm going to need this off. So I'm turning crop destruction off for right now. You said periodic plowing, that you leave on or off starting?
I would probably leave it on.
Okay.
Because it's going to help you. So basically what periodic plowing is okay, so we plant a field.
Okay.
Yeah, we harvest it. We plant it again, we harvest it, we plant it again, we harvest it. Then about the third harvest, we need to plow that field back up.
Okay.
Now
when you're plowing, you turn up. If field stone is on, you're going to turn up rocks, and then you have to go through with a piece of equipment that picks up these rocks, these stones.
Right.
So to start out, to keep you from having to buy that piece of equipment, field stone is off.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely turn it off.
To start out,
the liming,
we don't want to have to
lime. Turn off. Yeah.
And we don't want to have to deal with weeds right away.
No. Just kind of get the feel of how you're going to plant it, what order it's in. Once you get how you're going to work the fields and get them to where they give you 100% yield bonus, then I would start turning that thing. You know, that, like I said before, that's a thing that they done that you can do in the menu, is turn those things on and off.
And you can even go down the list and turn one thing on at a time.
Yep.
And get comfortable with working around that obstacle, jumping that hurdle before you throw another hurdle in the mix.
Exactly.
And progressively get to the point where it's full on, as realistic as it's going to get. You're really simulating farming.
Exactly.
So I just turned off automatic engine start. I'm going to have to turn that on. We like the stop and go braking, because that will, once you come to a complete stop, if you're still holding back, then you'll start reversing.
Right.
We have normal fuel usage, and then this is AI workers. So when you're working on your own fields that you own, you can hire AI to do a job. You'll have to pay them to do that task. So if I'm mowing a grass field and I jump out of the vehicle and hire an AI, he will come and he will run that mower to mow that. Now, you don't want him to be fueling up, seeding up, fertilizing, slurrying, and manuring automatically. You want to be in charge of that. So we're going to turn all these buys off so that no AI is spending my money without me doing it.
Exactly. Without you knowing it.
Yep. So we're going to save that.
It's ought to be your last $1,000.
Yep.
And, you know, he's able to go buy fuel when you're thinking, okay, I'm going to hold off till I can get this crop in, you know, and go sell it. He's liable to spend it, and you needed it. So that's why I turned all that off.
All right.
Even later on, as you become more experienced, I leave them off.
So I'm thinking, so now I get in the truck and it didn't automatically start. I got to hit enter on mouse and keyboard to start it. I don't know what it is on controller, because I haven't played it on controller. I don't think I did ever played it on controller, so I don't even know what that would be.
I think it's right top bumper and X, I believe.
Oh man, I'm all over the place with this backup. 180 turning my head around view. You know what? We just about took out our little carport here. All right, so we're just gonna leave that. Oh, we're just gonna leave that truck there for now. That's fine. I'm gonna have to get used to the steering on this. It's so totally different.
Before we start anything else, before we start turning these fields or start whatever we decide to do, you know, mulch them down, then plow them, we need to get a silo.
Okay. That one's not a functioning silo, correct?
That is not a functioning silo, no.
All right, so Shift P takes me to construction.
You want to go to silos,
Silos.
and then you pick what you decide you want to do as far as a silo.
So this does it tell me how many items it can? Oh my goodness, can that hold what? Four different crops?
Yeah, it holds everything. That's the one thing with the silos; they'll hold everything. Now that one that you just had, I like it a lot. And when I had this farm, yeah, I put it over here in this grass.
In what grass?
Kind of leave the to your right. Spin it to where the grate is in the driveway. Yeah, just move it up.
And then like right here.
Yep.
Now that's not going to get in your way of turning your tractor.
No, not if you start on this end and work your way.
It looks like it's clipping through the ground. Is that a thing, or will it bring it up?
Well, what's your money? Does it show more money than what it says on the thing?
Adding $10, $9.
Okay, that's not much.
Now I'm saying, but will it? It's not going to be clipped. It's going to level it up to where I can see the whole grate, right?
Well, if you can see all the grate, you're good.
No, it's clipping through the ground, so I need to move it to right about.
Just keep moving down.
Right there, I can see.
Yeah, it looks like your silo's a little turned on me for me. See, that's something else you have to watch. Now you can turn the camera to the back and see if you're in the. I think you can turn the camera to the back to see if you're in the field.
Hold on, let me see how to do. Zoom can't top V. Placing objects in free mode can cause issues with functionality. Oh, okay. Free mode on, off. Toggle snapping.
Yeah, you may have to go on down. I put mine more towards the garage.
Oh, over here?
Yeah. Well, I would come out, till you see where it's level. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, just make sure you're not clipping the back. Yeah. Now, where you put it, you'll have to back into it or come around and go in. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you're good.
That'll work. All right, so
that's your silo. So you're good there.
I'm just thinking that with the condition that these are in,
you're gonna have a lot. Yeah.
I don't think that they're salvageable.
Yeah. In between, you try to bring that one back, and then you're gonna have that automatic turnaround. Yeah, I would mulch them first.
Mulch them or plow them?
Mulch them first.
Okay, so
that's the one with the drum standing up.
So you mulch before you plow?
Yes.
Okay. And that's all three of my fields, just blah, blah, blah.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Right. Oh man. All right.
Because you don't know, like that one field there that to our right, he did nothing to it. There was no fertilizer, there was nothing.
So I need to figure out what the wingspan is on this item by unfolding it.
Yep. Now once you unfold it, it'll be lifted. So you'll have to figure
Yeah.
out how to set it on the ground.
It's V, Victor.
Okay.
All right, so I'm basically, it's just a little wider than me.
And if you run over the grass, you're okay. What the mulcher does for grass is set it back a stage of growth. So it's still growing. You don't kill it. It sets it back to a stage from where it's at. So if it's fully grown and you run over it with a mulcher, it's going to take it back to a growing stage.
Okay. So I just turn it on now, which is, oh, I don't have to turn it on. It just rolls.
No, you do it as it doesn't have a power or anything like that.
Oh, see,
No,
this is the part. This is the part that messes with me, is making straight lines.
That's okay, me too.
Because I don't want to miss any of it. So I'm trying to get my line right and then roll a straight line. And I'm crooked right now. I can see it.
I'm terrible at it.
Oh man.
Just let it rip, Tater Chip. You're good. It'll grow back. With that, I mean, you don't kill the grass or anything, so you're okay. Now with a plow, you know, you have to be a little more tedious, but once you get your outlines, your headlings, then it's pretty much turn it loose.
All right, so what would your next move right here be? Do you try to swing the next row in line, or do you go all the way around to the other end of the field in a situation
so what
like this?
what I would do in this situation is keep going forward till I get to the end of the field, lift it up, back it up, and start my next row, especially for the headlings.
All right, so right there, and then I want to lift it.
Lift it. Start backing it up till you get ready lined up with your other row.
What do you mean?
Just start backing and turning your, or you can back straight up.
Oh.
Now you want to go left for the headling on that other road.
Oh, I want to do it like an outline? A square?
That's what they call a headling.
Oh.
So you do the outlines first on all four sides, and then you can turn it loose in the middle. So because you don't have to worry about the grass or anything at that point. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Those are called headlings.
I didn't know that. That makes so much sense.
Then you can go up and down if you want to, but you need to cut your headling so that you're not over into, say, the grass or another crop.
Holy crap, that makes so much sense. I never thought about that. I just made full rows and was going to town.
Right. Well, you could do rows. You know, you can still do your rows, but you cut your headlings in, or you do your headlings, then you don't have to worry about, you know, sometimes I'll do 2 lines of headlings so that when I go to spin, I don't have to worry about getting into the other, say, crop, or if I'm seeding, I don't have to worry about getting it into, you know, planting it into the grass.
Right. So something I noticed last time was I didn't go far enough with that middle roller because it's farther back.
Well, keep in mind, when you go to cut that headling, you're going to go right back over the top of that.
Oh, oops. So I just took a chunk out of
grass. It'll grow back. It's fine. It'll grow back. It's just grass.
Hey, grass lives matter too.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're learning how to drive with me.
So see, if you hadn't went up and had that little bit from the back roller, you'd have hit it, and it would have went away.
I got you.
That's fine. You're good. Don't worry about the grass. It's right up on the farmland, so.
It's my grass, punk.
Yeah. It'll grow back. That's the thing. That's the good thing about the mulcher is it doesn't kill it. It just takes it back a stage.
I kind of like the clean grass around my field anyway, though. That one little strip.
Exactly. Yep. The headlings usually take the most time because you're trying to keep it. Now, definitely with that, not so much. You know what I mean? Because that grass is going to grow back. But if you're plowing, when you cut your headlings, it's really, really when, even though the game does, unless you turn create field on, it won't damage your grass. So that's a good thing. It won't plow it up unless you turn it on. Like we could literally go in that piece right there and make that field wider by turning it on.
Oh, okay.
By turning on allow to create field.
I got you. All right, so I'm probably gonna miss a little bit here.
It can always go back. Remember,
It's not a perfectly straight line.
It's all right. We can always come back.
Yeah, I missed a couple of pieces right there.
No biggie. It don't necessarily have to be perfect. You know what I mean? So now that I cut my headlings, you can go up and down.
I was gonna make
another line. Yeah, that's
line.
fine. That's fine.
Because I feel like I'm still gonna butcher some stuff.
That's all right. Part of it. We can always plant grass.
So this is definitely the learning curve part of it. This is it's gonna take some getting used to how to turn, operate, and all that.
Right. So if you back it, you're doing fine.
And this is why I was saying I didn't want to jump in the farm just yet. Because it'd be like, I've already done 7 tasks and he's still over on that one field. What's going on? I fell asleep. I fell asleep at the wheel. So I don't know. I think there's a maximum speed that it recommends. I don't know if you go too fast, if it won't do its job correctly and you'll miss stuff.
Well, yeah, what it is once you put it down and you turn it on, you go into working mode, which basically is you do it at a working speed. So you're not going to do it at full blast. You're going to do it where the tractor's comfortable.
Okay.
So that's why you're seeing you're not going above a certain mile per hour. Because as soon as you drop it down and you start working with that implement, it's going to keep you within a certain speed.
Okay.
So see, no matter how fast you go, if you go wide open right now, it'll only go so fast.
Oh wow, it'll do 11. Okay, I thought I had to keep it at like 7 or something.
No. It does it on its own.
Oh, that's
you don't have
easier.
to worry about. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
That's awesome. I like that. I can just, it's cruise control for work.
Right. Now, depending on the implement, like you're getting to do 11 right now. Because it's utilizing the weight plus the speed to clean all this up, basically.
Right.
Each implement has its own working speed.
Yeah, there's one of them that I bought that it was 7. I remember I noticed that. So I was like, I don't know if that means I have to feather to keep it between 7, or if it's
No, it's like a it's like a working cruise control. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about that.
I wonder if I can clear all this at once.
You should be able to. If you don't, okay, then we'll go back to one little strip. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm missing some. Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
I'm gonna hug the right side so that I don't have to zigzag.
That's what I was saying. If I'm gonna miss it, I see I'm gonna miss it. I pick a side and I go down that one side. That way, when I come back, I ain't gotta go right side, left, left. You know what I mean? Even though that'll cover the whole entire width.
See what I'm doing, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna cut some grass, but I'm getting these two little sprigs out of the way since I missed them while I'm down here. Ooh-wee, this is a lot of work. This is a good breaking point for episode 3 to end and for us to get moving on to the final episode, episode 4 in this introductory. Hopefully you guys are learning as much as I am and you're enjoying this series. Again, I'm going to say it at the beginning, I'm going to say it at the end. Let us know by giving us a like, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment what you're liking about it, what you're learning about it, what you may know that we could do differently, or something that we haven't touched on yet that maybe you would like answered, something that you're trying to learn about the game. There are links down below in the description for the game as well as DLCs, so check those out, and we'll see you on episode 4.